What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another farming guide on Marvel Contest of Champions. So we're talking through how to get all your catalysts and farming resources like that. I also have other guides on gold, ISO, units. They will be linked in the same playlist. We're going to be talking through from 3 stars up to 7 stars. I'm skipping the 1 and 2 stars because really you shouldn't really be using them, and the resources you need to rank them up you'll get by playing the game at the beginning anyways. So it's not really, it's self-explanatory. So the 3 stars, you're gonna get introduced to some other resources. The tier 2 basics, the tier 1 class catalysts, and then if you rank them up further, you're gonna get the, the tier 3 basics there and the tier 2 class catalysts. And then if you I mean, that's pretty much, I think maybe you get a tier 3 class catalyst, but all of those resources for 3 stars are found in the daily quests. Very easy. The proving grounds here get, the easy is for tier 1 basics, the medium is for tier 2 basics, the hard difficulty is for tier 3 basics, and the expert difficulty is for tier 4 basics. You do not get a lot though, so I do not recommend using the expert to farm tier 4 basic. There are way easier ways to get it. Catalyst fault, same goes here. Easy is for the tier 1 basic, medium is for the tier 2 basic, hard is for the tier 3, not basic, class catalyst. So tier 1 class catalyst easy, tier 2 class catalyst medium, tier 3 class catalyst is hard, and expert is for the tier 4 class catalyst. But same with the tier 4 basic, I do not recommend farming this for class catalysts. It's just a little amount, and you're not gonna have to do it so much that you're probably gonna end up being better off in other ways. You can also, as I've just done, auto-complete them after you've already done them 100% to farm the resources. You can auto-complete once a day. So that's why it shows up as 0% right now. Perfect. So 4 stars. 4 stars, you're gonna get introduced to another currency again, and that is tier 4 class catalyst. This is a good example. Tier 4 class catalyst, and you're also gonna need tier 1 alphas. Tier 1 alphas, I'm gonna show you real quick, and then tier 4 class catalyst, you have more options, and then I'm also gonna show you the tier 4 basic because there are more options for that as well. So tier 1 alpha, my favorite spot to get tier 1 alpha is the event quest. You get a lot from only doing these. There should be 2 in 100% in contender, then there's 4 in the completion of the proven one, then there is 3 in the exploration of conqueror, and you just get your first resources of tier 2 alpha as well, which is great. You're gonna need those for sure. And then tier 2 alpha is over here. So tier 1 alpha event quest, that's one of my favorite ways. Otherwise, if you do not feel you can do the event quest just yet, I'd suggest getting into the glory store and getting your tier 1 alphas over here. You get 2 for 40 glory. That's because I'm Valiant, so the price may be higher for you guys, but that is one of the best ways. Same goes for the tier 4 basic catalyst. You can get a lot with just your glory. And then also tier 4 class catalyst selectors, you can also get a lot using your glory. So glory is your way to go for 4 stars. If you really feel like you need more tier 4 class catalyst or tier 4 basics, you can get into the battleground store, but I do not recommend this as a way to get your tier 4 class catalyst and tier 4 basics. A lot of information, but that is what you need to know for the 4 stars. Now the 5 stars is where it's a step higher again. Let's get back into the roster, select 5 stars. I'm gonna show you guys. 5 stars, you're gonna get introduced to a new currency, which is the tier 5 basic up here, and also the tier 2 alpha. Now, we've already touched on the tier 2 alpha a little bit. You get parts of it through the event quest, which is great, but it's not gonna be enough to get all your rank ups done. I don't know why it's not. Okay, we got a Wi-Fi issue. It's showing behind the webcam, so I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Tier 2 alpha and tier 5 basic. You really can get a decent bit, as you can see, tier 5 basic, stuff like that. This is also tier 5 basic in here. and tier 2 alpha through the event quest methods, although I just do not recommend doing that. You can also get your tier 5 basics, by the way, from either completing different quests and stuff like that, but I do not mean to include the act completion rewards as much in the video, just because they're a one-time fix and you can't farm them, so I don't see them as like the best way to get those materials, but they do drop in story content. That's all you needed to know. So if we go into Glory again, you can get tier 5 basic from here. So buying 2 will get you 1 tier 5 basic, because you get half each time you buy one. Again, the prices may be higher or lower based on your progression level. And then tier 2 alpha, same goes here. That's, in my opinion, Glory, again, the best way to get it. Same goes for Battlegrounds, because now you're getting into the territory where you may have unlocked Battlegrounds. Tier 2 alpha drops through Battlegrounds as well. And tier 5 basic, same over here. But I do recommend using your Glory and not your Battlegrounds tokens, because your Battlegrounds tokens will be spent in other ways to make your life a lot easier. So that is new with the 5 stars. Now 6 stars is really where the grind begins. You can rank up a lot of 5 stars and stuff, but 6 stars is where the grind begins. So starting with the 6 stars from rank, well, 1 to 2, it's still gonna be the same resources, just more, same as the 5 stars. But 2 to 3 is where you get introduced to more things again. You get introduced to tier 5 class catalysts, and they are gonna be a little harder to farm for you. But again, Glory is a great way to get here 25% of a tier 5 class catalyst each time you buy one. So buying 4 will get you a fully formed that you can just select which one you want. That's great. And here is where you can maybe spend a little Battlegrounds tokens on the 5% tier 5 selectors as well. But it's more expensive. You're gonna have to buy all 20 to get a fully formed, and that's not particularly worth the effort, in my opinion at least. If you really need it, then maybe in desperate measures. But yeah, I feel like those are probably the best ways. Glory, again, Glory is of course a very, very, very valuable resource in this game. And yeah, through the event quests, which do roll back around every so often, the Cavalier difficulty does drop 10% tier 5 selector, and the Thronebreaker one drops a fully formed tier 5 class catalyst crystal if you explore the whole thing. So keep that in mind. You can get some tier 5 through those methods, but that's definitely going to be a lot harder than just getting the Glory and just spending it through that way. The arena, actually, you have some, yeah, the tier 4 arenas here. You can get tier 3 catalysts. You can also get some units, get some tier 4. But endgame, stuff like that, this is really just not needed at all. It's in your overflow probably, and you're never gonna probably need to do the arena. Some people still clear it, but I've never bothered, and I've always been off well in this game, so yeah. Then your 6 stars, actually you get introduced to another one. That's only the tier 5 class catalyst, but if you want to rank your 6 stars to rank 4, that is where it gets even more interesting. So let's grab Professor X here. You're gonna get introduced to tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha. This is where it gets interesting, because those are the resources currently that are harder to get for players. And they are considered at the moment the end game resources still. I know there's tier 4 alpha, but there's so little that this is still what people want to get for end game content purposes. So again, we're hopping to the Glory store. And you can see there's tier 6 basic, which you can get. I'm actually gonna get 4 of that right now, and then I'm gonna get 4 of the tier 3 alpha as well. I actually did 5, that's fine. We can do 5 of both. No, that's fine like this actually. But yeah, you can get them through Glory. You can get them through the Battlegrounds as well, which is down here. So yeah, got the tier 6 basic and then the tier 3 alpha. Really solid way of spending your tokens, at least in my opinion, especially if you're needing the Paragon title still, you need to rank 4s and stuff like that. I feel like that is probably the best way. Glory and Battlegrounds again. So coming down to, or at least getting around to the point here, is that Glory and Battlegrounds tokens are really important. You can of course get the resources from here as well, completing the acts, but yeah, as we said, that is a one-time thing, and I don't want to make a farming guide on something that only pops up once and you're gonna get rid of it. So I did not mean to hop into there. I meant to hop into here because I do still want to show the Thronebreaker difficulty does drop some of these resources as well, and then completing the gauntlet drops, I think, one of both. Oh, you can't see it anymore, but one tier 3 alpha and one tier 6 basic. You unlock the Paragon Gauntlet by 100%ing the Thronebreaker difficulty. So keep that in mind. And then finally we have the tier 4 alpha, which is a hot topic in the community right now. That may be different in a couple weeks or months from me releasing this video, but at the moment you're not really able to get the tier 4 alpha unless you get the Cyber Weekend deals, or you get the same equivalent, because it's a 6-star from rank, or 7-star from rank 2 to 3, and 7 stars from rank 1 to 2 still need the same resources as 6 stars, just more. Tier 6 class catalyst as well, actually, and those are through the same methods: Glory, Battlegrounds, stuff like that. But I can quickly show you that before I hop into the tier 4 alpha, actually. Battlegrounds, and then we go to... Did I scroll past? I think I did. Yeah, here. We have the tier 6 selectors and the tier 6 crystals. And then I think for Glory, I actually don't know for sure. No, there's not tier 6 in the Glory store yet. It's just the Battlegrounds. And through other rewards from act content and stuff like that. But tier 4 alpha, I know it's a lot of information, by the way, I'm rambling a lot, but tier 4 alpha currently is a 7-star from rank 2 to 3, and you can only get those through either buying the Cyber Weekend deals, which are currently live, or through the Necropolis. And I've completed it once, and you get the rank 2 to 3 random gem here, but you can also get a generic rank 2 to 3, which is the same equivalent as the tier 4 alphas, through exploration. Now, wait, that's not what so that is how you get the tier 4 currently. So I think the best players in the world are only able to get like 3, and I think FinTech might be able to get 4 rank 3 7 stars, but currently, yeah, I only have 2 until I complete Necropolis fully. So that is pretty much the ways how to farm and get the rank up materials. This is mainly focused on newer players, of course. Endgame players probably already know this, but I hope it helps. I hope it shows some new ways that you might not have known about. Either way, I hope it helps. Thank you for watching. If you're new, subscribe, leave a like, maybe check out another guide, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.